Hey, this is BrickTsar, and we decided since we got this Legoville Duplo train set, we were going to see what it's like to have this. It's set 5609. It's the Deluxe Train Set. And what do you see on there, Jacob? What can you tell us about this set from just looking at the box?
Well, I think it'd be very good for kids to play because the train will move. It can move around and they can build their own stuff. And it says batteries not included.
It needs some batteries. Now, you remember the Thomas trains that were Duplo?
Yeah.
What did you not like about the Thomas trains? That this one's different.
The Thomas trains wouldn't have a motor on.
Yeah, they never had none of the Thomas trains that we ever saw had a motor. This one has a motor, which is cool. There was another train, Duplo train, that we had that had a motor.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So, age range of this is 2 to 6. So
I'm too old to play with it.
You're too old. I'm too old. But these are good sets for kids because they're durable usually. And the minifigures that come with them, or the Duplo figures, are very strong. It's picking up a piece of track. Yeah. And I wonder if that makes the sound glug, glug, glug.
Yeah.
The motor goes whir, burr. And it's 116 pieces, the Deluxe Train.
Look, it says fragile. They're about to drop it into, and the train comes to go.
You see that? That's a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So let's open this set up, and we're going to take a look at how it operates and some features of it. All right, if you open up the lid, it shows you some more pictures. Now this is how it would be set up here on the bottom. The front is all contorted. It wouldn't actually go that way, but this is how you could set it up. Of course, the kid can set it up however he wants to. And they had other sets that were available. I don't think all of these are available anymore. You might find them on eBay. The bridge was a very popular set. That one was always a high dollar set, but the other ones usually can get pretty cheap, like that push train. And then there's the smaller motorized train, and then this accessory car. But this is if you combined all of them together, you could build that. So the bridge, that was a very popular one. It even came with the Thomas sets where you could buy it separately as this set down here. But so it gives you some ideas for the kids. And the good thing about these Duplo sets, you usually don't need instructions. You can usually build it just by looking at the box. And I like how it has the inventory on the side of the box, so you know what pieces come with it. So it does have the motorized train. It requires three 1.5 volt AA batteries. So we're charging our batteries up.
Don't you have that black track that's longer?
Yes, the original Duplo track was black. And they had long straight sections and longer curved sections, different kind of switch tracks and different kind of cross tracks, and a different bridge.
Do you have the any other black track though?
Yeah, would you like us to do a comparison after we get this built?
Yeah, then we can make like a huge one.
Yeah. And you know, there was one set that actually had green, translucent green track. Yeah, and it wasn't even a train; it was a race car.
That was kind of still cool though.
Not many people know that. So yeah, we'll pull out some of that old track to show you the difference between the modern track and what's in the set like this, or in the older sets. Yeah, this is a little better than the old Duplo set. This box is sturdy for holding, and like if you want to play with it, and the kid can throw them back in the box. And these are big. Once you get them out, they seem bigger, don't they, than when you look at them on the box. I thought this would fit on the table, but it might not fit. So we're going to get it out and look at it. All right, we're assembling the track on the table. I think it's going to fit. It's going to be a close fit, but here's one of my pet peeves. And what is it, Jacob?
Instructions.
The instructions are all ripped up. This is the way they came in the box. They're already torn and creased. Just throw them in there. So, but this is going to be for a kid. And what happened to the instructions from some of your sets? the Duplo ones.
I don't know.
Yeah, they get destroyed. Like I said, some of them don't even have instructions. So this one, it does actually have instructions. But of course, everything's a simple build. You can pretty much build it from the box. You don't really need necessarily the instructions. They give more specific details. That's all there is to it. And then, of course, you need to see it in another language. But there's the same similar picture to what's on the box, and it gives you some other ideas. If you have more track, different layouts you can build. Alright, while he's continuing to build, you're going to use the instructions? I don't know. But this one has some neat pieces, like this conveyor belt. It's all one piece. So, you know, all the pieces on the Duplo sets are designed where you're not supposed to be able to choke on them. But what does this remind you of, this conveyor belt?
Escalator?
No, yeah, it could, but
What?
what old Lego set had a conveyor belt?
The Brickyard.
That Brickyard, yes. Uh-oh.
We broke the Brickyard.
But another interesting thing that people may not realize with these Duplo sets is if you take good care of them, the pieces are worth a lot of money sometimes. Like this piece here, this conveyor, it's about a $10 to $12 piece. So that's pretty cool. So if you decide to sell it on BrickLink, something like that, it's a little better. And then also the motorized unit, probably get a good price for that. And the track. Track's usually 50 cents to $1 a piece. Sometimes it just depends. But I just thought that was neat, the conveyor belt. The Brickyard, that's one of my favorite old sets. And it had a conveyor belt, and this one has a conveyor belt that little hands can use. Are you using the instructions or the box?
The box.
Okay. We'll see how accurate he is. Look at that. Oh, you got it right. Wow, you got those first 6 pieces correct. Very good, Jacob. Well, actually, that's like 8 pieces. No, I think you messed up.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I made it a little bit more stable, because if they have the same way, sometimes... I don't know, I got that one.
It's the same. It's just those 2 pieces. It's nothing. Thought we would compare some of the old track. This is old Duplo track. Came with some DAT good sets, an early Duplo train. But the good thing, even though the track is not exactly the same, see, it's different size. It looks like it's the same radius, and it's compatible. So that is pretty cool. So if you find old stuff on eBay or a yard sale or something, it will work with the modern day track. It's not exact fit, but the trains won't know the difference. So you had little straight tracks. You had longer straight tracks. See that? I think if you put them together like this, they're the same length. If you put a little track with a modern track, it's equal to one of the long old tracks. So it makes it good for keeping uniform. Lego is real good about making their parts uniform size. So even though these are very old, they'll still work with the new stuff. And I think instead of using 8 tracks to make a half circle, you can do it with 6 of these, 6 of the old tracks. But I thought we'd show you the comparison of the old track so that you don't have to worry if you wanted to get some extra tracks for your kid and you saw some of this old black track on eBay or at a yard sale. It will definitely work with the modern Duplo trains. And I imagine it'll always work. Even when they come out with new track, it'll probably still be compatible. So that's a good thing to know. And we also thought we'd compare the old green. This is the translucent green track that came with a, what was that set? It's like a drag racing Duplo set. So it only comes in straight and bumpers. It doesn't come in curves that I've seen. But it's also compatible with the modern. So it gives you a little variety. What you need to look at on there.
The door I'm at the gas station.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep working on this. You're doing real good with it, Jacob. Yeah. You'd almost pass for a 2-year-old. All right, we're about to put the batteries in, and you have to use a screwdriver to put the battery in. That's okay.
Okay.
And that's a good thing. So if your kid's like 2 or 3, he's not going to accidentally pop the battery case off and swallow the batteries.
Or 11 years old.
Or if you're 11, yeah. If you like to chew on batteries too, and so we'll do that. Oh, and one thing we noticed with these little silver plate things, they make it where it just slides right on there where it comes on and off.
It'll fall off and kids' imaginations will get ruined.
Yeah, so that makes them where you can interchange them with the truck. See, the truck has a little flat piece here. It comes off real easy, so you can pretend like you're transferring stuff from the truck to the train. So let's get this thing running. All right, we got the whole set built, and we're going to do our first operation of it. Hopefully it'll work. It does make noises.
Oh no!
Ah, you hit the stuff.
Need some gas.
Oh.
Hit that.
It does do the glug 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 sounds.
Don't overfill it.
Oh no. Hazardous waste. Need to get the hazmat team out here. Are you going to show us some other operations of it? Okay. It's not remote control. I like the screech and brake sound. I gotta get that.
Dun, 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 dun. And don't forget, this thing says fragile.
Fragile?
Fragile. Very fragile.
Wait a minute. Alright. It just came from the U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah, it's
Or
fragile.
UPS. We don't want to... Whoa!
Oh no! Oh man! It's fragile. Okay, get the camera view.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, good. And remember, fragile.
Ow!
Didn't even make it in.
Let me get...
It went like slow motion.
You didn't have it in the right place.
Like that. Okay, that's all we need
All right.
for that one. Now, I gotta bring it over here and stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
Oh no, we had a derailment.
No
All right.
kids are doing this.
All right. I don't know how you're supposed to stop it under the crane.
I know.
You got to be quick on your fingers.
I'll just go ahead and drop it in
Okay, I'm gonna try to stop it on the crane.
Yes.
Whew, I did it. All right, now we'll see how the crane works. It extends. You can lower it. So is that like a magnet, or is it just? Oh, it fits in between the studs. Yeah. Cool. Oh man, good thing that wasn't fragile. Or you can just use your hands.
It's better.
It's like model trains. Even grown men that play with model trains, you see these giant hands coming in and uncoupling cars and stuff. Just like in the real world.
Giant hands.
So that giant hand came and turned the train on.
It's like a game Lego Loco.
You think you would like watching this? Actually, I'm kind of enjoying this.
Yeah, me too.
Makes a lot of noise. Kids love noise.
Choo-choo.
And grandparents love giving their grandchildren stuff that make noise to annoy their parents. Oh, let's hear the gas again.
Okay.
How does that work?
Put this in there. There's a button in there and you press it.
That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. It's still filling up even when the hose is there. Well, show us the giant wrench.
Oh yeah, look at this dude. Look at the wrench compared to him.
Man, he's got to be strong. I couldn't lift a wrench that size in proportion to my body.
Okay, train. Don't forget there's a train coming. I'll show you another funny thing. Watch
Okay.
this.
I love that screeching sound.
You can just do that instead of stopping at a gas station. It works.
Well, it is a diesel.
Yeah.
So, any other features we're leaving off of this?
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's the Deluxe Train Set. This actually is from 2009, so it may be discontinued, but sometimes these old Duplo sets, you can buy the actual set cheaper on eBay than when it was new. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down.
Choo-choo.
But you don't have to worry about it being compatible. It'll be compatible with old and new Duplo. This one's, I think this is the coolest Duplo set we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some of the older ones. They were either push trains or they didn't make all these cool sounds like this one does. So I think they did.
Do with this. Yeah.
Yeah, she would attack it. So, Jacob, we got what do you think about this set?
I think it's awesome.
Is it worth $100? You would think it would be worth the $100?
Look how small it is. That's how one I
This is a humongous box. I mean, and it was filled. It wasn't like sometimes you see a big box like this. It's
barely in there.
Yeah,
like
it's filled with Jabba's palace. It was filled with air.
Yeah.
The instructions were wrinkled up. We didn't like that, but it's got a lot of pieces for a Duplo set. 116. That is actually a lot for a Duplo set, and the value of the individual pieces is probably double what the set costs. So it is a good value, even at $100. We didn't pay that for it because BrickTsar doesn't like to pay full price unless it's something he really likes. But we got this on clearance, and I'm glad we opened this up. This is a cool set, the Deluxe Train Set. So, looking for something for a 3 to 6 year old, or 2 to 6 year old?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good set.
It's a 3 and under set.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the Deluxe Train Set. Thanks for watching BrickTsar.
We need more gas!
The batteries died. I didn't charge them up enough.